Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 23rd, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far, but it is a great Monday evening. Everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because you know the weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 storm systems, and also we're going to be tracking this little storm system off the southeast coast, which looks to bring some rain and maybe a little bit of freezing rain to portions of the Carolinas, maybe sometime late tonight. That's only about a 20-30% chance of that happening, so just want to mention that in the video just in case if we do have any freezing rain in portions of the area. Just want to talk about that in just a minute here, but let's take a look at these other little storm systems moving across the country. As you can see, here's that little system here off the southeast coast. It's not very impressive on the infrared satellite here. As you can see, we got more activity stretching from southeast Canada through portion of New York State, back to Michigan, over portion of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, back toward Texas. This is like a cold front stretching in this vicinity, and it will slowly push off to the east southeast. You got a little clipper system here over Wyoming and Montana down toward Colorado, and here's another storm system moving into the western United States as it comes on shore over here in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California regions, and also Nevada area as well. Alright, you can see the subtropical jets kind of broken in two, but you can see it's trying to get its act together just east of Hawaii, and also got a lot of scattered activity down in the Caribbean Sea, getting a lot of activity in that vicinity, and also across Central and South America as well, stretching from a cold front from the northeastern Atlantic all the way down into the Caribbean Sea. Alrighty, like I said, this is that little system here off the southeast coast. We're watching for tonight. It could bring a little bit of freezing rain or drizzle to the area. So like I said, just want to mention that in tonight's videos if you are in the Carolinas or in maybe portion of southeast Georgia. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we have some snow flying up here in portions of Maine to New Hampshire, down to Vermont, New York State, also southeastern Canada. Got a little pocket of heavy snow over northern Vermont. We got mixed precipitation up here from eastern Maine to Rhode Island to New Jersey, Delaware, DC, West Virginia, down to Ohio, back up into southeast Canada. Also, we even got some freezing rain possible over portion of West Virginia to Maryland, DC area for your Christmas Eve day. Also, we got some shower activity from southeast Virginia, eastern North Carolina, central and eastern South Carolina, down along the coastal waters there as well. A little bit of activity along the east coast of Florida, and also more shower activity from Indiana to Illinois to Missouri to Kansas, portion of Oklahoma to Kentucky and Tennessee. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from Oklahoma to Arkansas to Mississippi, Louisiana, portion of Texas and the Gulf of Mexico. Then we got more mixed precipitation from Montana to Idaho to Washington, Oregon State to portion of California, Nevada, much of Nevada, much of Utah, portion of Colorado and Wyoming, northern areas of Arizona. Shower activity from portion of New Mexico, Arizona, southern Nevada, California up toward Washington, Oregon State, with a few pockets of heavy snow in the mountains of California, also Oregon State as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of the remainder of the forecast area for your Christmas Eve day. Alright, here's a look at Christmas Day. Here you can see we got a little bit of mixed precipitation up here in eastern Maine, also off the coast of Massachusetts and Connecticut, mixed precipitation there as well. Also a portion of New York State, Pennsylvania, and maybe eastern Ohio. A little bit mixed precipitation there. Also, we got shower activity from Ohio to Indiana, Illinois, Missouri to Arkansas, down to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, southern South Carolina, coastal waters, much northern Florida. Also, thunderstorms and showers for central and south Florida, including the Florida Keys, Gulf of Mexico there, and also the Atlantic coastal waters. Also, more activity just off the southeast Texas coast, southern Louisiana coast, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, back over toward Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas region. Thunderstorms and showers there. Excuse me. Also, we got some mixed some shower activities from Nebraska down into central Texas, portion of New Mexico, and also along the California coastal areas up to Washington, Oregon State, a little bit inland there as well. Pockets of heavy snow over portions of northern California, Washington State, also into Idaho. Mixed precipitation from Washington, Oregon State, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Christmas day. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map you're locating across the nation. Alright, you can see we got winter weather advisory, winter storm warning from Maine through a portion of New Hampshire, Vermont, down in New York State, also down in the portion of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Northern Virginia, special weather statements there as well, stretching up toward Long Island, New York City, up toward Boston, Southern New York State, Eastern Pennsylvania, Maryland, DC, Delaware vicinity. Also, we got dense fog advisories over here from Kansas through the South and North Dakota, portion of Minnesota as well. Still got a little area of flood advisory over a portion of Arkansas. Got air quality alerts down in Arizona, Southern California, wind advisories there as well, stretching up into Nevada, also in the portions of Oregon, and also a little bit in western portion of Washington State. In the blue here, we got winter storm watches from portion of Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. Also, we got the winter weather advisory, winter storm warning in the mountains of California. Also in the green there, we have some flash flood watches in effect, winter weather advisory for a portion of Nevada, wind advisories there in Nevada, and also high wind warning also. Alright, we got small craft advisory, gale warning up here around Maine, then again from the North Carolina coast to east coast of Florida, and then again from portions of South California all up to Washington State. Purple is a storm warning and hurricane force winds in the burgundy color. Alright, the Hawaiian chain island, we got some high surf advisories around the island on the south side. The rest of the island got some flood watches and also small craft advisories there as well. Same around the Alaska area, small craft advisories and gale warnings there as well. Freezing spray warnings, coastal area. Inland, we have winter weather advisories, special weather statements, and winter storm warnings for a few areas in central Alaska. Alright, now we're going to move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We have a marginal risk for day 2, which is your Tuesday, Christmas Eve day. We have a marginal risk from Dallas to Waco to Austin to Houston area, surrounding areas. Then general thunderstorm from Alexandria to Shreveport to Greenville, Mississippi to Little Rock, Arkansas, down towards San Antonio, Corpus Christi, general thunderstorms there. Then from Fresno to San Francisco, Sacramento, Reddings, and just west of Medford, Eugene, and also Seattle, Washington areas. Just general thunderstorms expected there. See if we can get to the tornado probability. We have 2% around the Houston area. Let's see, damaging winds. 5% here around from Dallas to Waco to Austin to Houston to Lubkins, just east of San Antonio. And let's take a look at the large hail. 5% pretty much in the same vicinity. Alright, let's take a look at date number 3. Alright, you can see here general thunderstorm from near Houston to Lubkin to Alexandria, New Orleans area, Shreveport, Louisiana. General thunderstorms there. Then from Amarillo to Lubbock to Midland to Abilene, Texas. Also just eastern areas of New Mexico. Got some general thunderstorm. Would not be surprised, maybe a few areas could see a few severe thunderstorm wind gusts and maybe some large hail. Could not rule out a tornado along the coastal areas in that general thunderstorm probability. Alright, now let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. We're going to start off in the Northeast United States. We're waiting on it to see if it'll come back up with the precipitation. Alright, you can see we got up here around Quebec to Montreal to Ottawa, Toronto, Canada, also Buffalo, New York, over to Vermont, Albany, New York as well, toward Cleveland, Detroit. Got some precipitation there falling. Also Indianapolis, towards St. Louis, Louisville, also Indianapolis, down in southeast Missouri. More activity toward Oklahoma City, also some in Kansas, over toward Denver, Wyoming, eastern Idaho. And let's zoom down. We got to take a look at this precipitation off the southeast coast, getting the low pressure system getting organized. You can see it just east of Orlando, east of Jacksonville, moving into southern South Carolina, and it will continue to pump to the north as we continue to for the remainder of the overnight period. We'll continue to move to the north and then eventually off to the north and east. So, and then let's take a look out west here real quick, and then we'll end the video. Alright, like I say, even got a little bit of activity just north of Salt Lake City, and also we have some activity over here in northern California and also over toward Oregon State, and also just up towards Seattle, Washington, and then in the coastal water, Vancouver. You may get in on some activity as well later on down the road. So, alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing one more time. If you know anybody want to join the Mike Bath Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Love to have them. Also, enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Also, enjoy your Monday evening, folks. Take care. And like I said, enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.